Okay, my student Steve Faber is a programmer, very, very smart guy, and he was kind of experimenting with a gauge and air pressure that trumpet players put out. And anyway, I thought I would get one too. I got one that turned out to be an oil pressure gauge. I got my mouthpiece hooked up. I'll do it without the mouthpiece, and then I'll also do it with the mouthpiece, which is how I have it now. And Steve was just trying to measure what kind of pressure a typical trumpet player puts out versus a professional. So we got it on 0. You can see there's, I don't know if you can see, there in swimming around there's oil. I've never experienced a gauge with oil, but yet this one has oil. So, he said it doesn't make a difference. So it goes up to, what does it go up to? 15. And I'm just going to go ahead and hope you can see that. And I'll just go ahead and try to give it a whirl here. Make sure you can see that. There we go. So here we go. Whew. Ow. Almost made me want to pass out. I was really using a lot of pressure there. And I haven't eaten dinner tonight, so maybe that did it. But I believe it may have gotten up to 3 pounds of pressure. Doesn't sound like a lot, right? So, try it again. Actually, I'm going to try using my no air tone technique. This is the technique that I teach people in my course. And you haven't heard about it before. In fact, a lot of people are surprised that in my course with the 75 techniques, most of those techniques are mine. I invented those. Only just a couple of handfuls are stuff like Gordon and Stevens and Reinhardt. But most of it is my stuff, including the no air tone technique. Let's try with the no air tone technique. I'll have to go back and look and see what I got it with that. Now with the no air tone technique, the idea is to really create an intense explosion of pressure inside your oral cavity, but not backed up from your diaphragm or from your lungs. And this is why you've heard me say that the compressed air is much more important than just your open throat air that your band directors are always kind of complaining at you, right? Open up your throat, play more freely, let the air flow. Well, that's true to some extent. But when you're really trying to, get 200 octane in, an 800 horsepower turbocharged high note player, it takes more than just that. It takes your air to be compressed. So, okay, I guess one more time with the mouthpiece. By the way, I'm using my handy dandy Chet Baker Bach 1 mouthpiece. You probably can't even see that, but yeah, it doesn't look like the light's going to show it. Where is that one? If I can just find the one here on my own, it'll be right there. That's the one. Can you see it? No, the reflection. I don't think the reflection is going to allow for it, but there it is. I'm actually doing this on Bach's largest trumpet mouthpiece. This is not a 1C, B, or A. This is the largest Bach mouthpiece. They got a sound sleeve on it. So you just saw me do it. I got 3 pounds of pressure. That doesn't really seem like a lot. But let me tell you, it's hard for me to get it up to 3 pounds. And I'm kind of the expert when it comes to air under pressure with brass instruments. So, and to get it to 3 is very difficult for me. Oh, I'm feeling the back pressure. Wow, there we go. I'm really feeling the back pressure come up to my brain. It could be, like I already mentioned, I haven't had dinner, so, but I'm feeling it. That's with the Bach 1. Now let's take the mouthpiece out. And where are we at? Okay, just do it with the hose. Ooh, back pressure, yeah. Woo, baby. Back pressure coming at me. That's a lot of back pressure. Now, I guess we'll take the hose off. And Steve said he was going to send me a much higher quality gauge than this one. This is just some cheapo one I got off of Amazon. And so it's oil filled. And when I first tried it, I tried to put in my lips right on the threads just to see what it would do. So it's right on the thread. Whew, back pressure. Ow. No air tone technique. I'll have to look later and see what happened. In fact, I don't think it did anything, did it? Anyway, I'll have to look at the film or the video later to see if I was able to budget right on the threads. One caveat, I tried this just a couple nights ago, and it kind of screwed up my chops. Actually, yesterday, it kind of screwed up my chops, so I just figured I might as well make the video because they're already kind of screwed up. Just instantly overnight, by messing around with this is high concentrated isometrics for your chops. I lost like 3 doses of my range, and flexibility went out the window. So right now I can already feel they're kind of all swollen up. So to do this, it takes a very intense isometric activity on your whole physiology right here. And I definitely wouldn't have people in my course that are trying to build do this, really do too much of it all, or do any, because it's just too impactful on your embouchure. And I'm not trying to really build, like these guys in my course, so I'm not really worried about it for myself. But for the average Joe out there playing the horn, I wouldn't recommend that you spend any time, hardly at all, trying to mess around with the gauge. You can maybe do it once if you just want to see where you're at. I guess I think I saw it almost touch the 3. What was it, 3? So I'll go back and check it out. I think I got up to 3 pounds. I don't know if I did any better than that. But anyway, I'm Kurt Thompson, having fun with pressure gauges. And I'll catch you in the next one. By the way, if you found this informative, or if you laughed and you found it entertaining, subscribe, do that thing with a thumbs up, like, and whatever, give some good vibes in the comment section down there. I'll see you next time.